fellow Spartans, how you doing, and welcome back to another video. So yesterday, as you're probably aware, the Slavic Nations Culture Pack was released for Total War Attila, and it brings 3 new playable factions in the form of the Antians, the Sclavenians, and the Venedians. Hopefully I'm pronouncing them correctly. So I thought, what better way to showcase these new factions and units but with a glorious siege battle for you all to enjoy. And of course, like with all the other culture packs for Attila, these may be used in single or multiplayer campaign modes and custom and multiplayer battles. So the DLC brings some new features to the game and introduces a number of unique ways to play Total War Attila in both campaign and battle. One thing in particular which we'll get to see in this battle today is the unique new poison ammunition, which is only available to the Slavic factions, and these are the deadliest arrow type in the game. Poison arrows cause exhaustion to the target and generate damage over time. The Antians can employ heavy poison arrows which severely enhanced negative effects on their targets. Along with this pack, Attila has received another significant update / patch to the game with a number of changes to the gameplay, balancing of units, and also the faction of the Alans having a revamp as well. On top of that, the Garamantians have now become a playable faction for free, so regardless if you purchase the Slavic Nations DLC or not, they are now unlocked on the game, which I'll be covering in a separate battle tomorrow hopefully. And all the links, of course, to the wiki pages, patch notes and Steam pages can be found as always down below in the description. So let's crack on with the battle then. So I am playing as the Antians, and I am playing alongside my ally of the Venedians, and we are assaulting the city of Chryskios, the capital city of the Sclavians. So we're going to try and attack it from both fronts today. So let's see if we can achieve victory in this glorious siege. So I have brought quite a substantial force, and we'll have a look at them before obviously we do enter the combat itself, so you can have a quick look at the units that are available on this DLC. So let's take the we'll put the UI back on for a second. So we've got some Slavic hunters, some tier 2 very light bow infantry, some poison hunters. These guys are the ones, obviously, as I say, who are unique to these factions. Some very light bow infantry, again tier 2, but obviously I've got that deadly poison arrow round, which we'll see in action in a little bit. These guys hiding here, Warlord's Guards, very heavy tier 3 axe infantry. Some that I forgot to deploy, or deployed over here, because I bought some siege equipment but I didn't need in the end, so I thought I'll put them in the trees over there to hide them, but then forgot to bring the axe infantry over for this one. So these are medium axe infantry, tier 1, pack a deadly punch, but again light and manoeuvrable. Not obviously as good as the Warlord's Guard, but still very powerful, because obviously this is the general unit himself. We've got 3 units of onagers, which of course you've seen many times before. We've got some Slavic warriors, medium melee infantry, tier 1. So these are all melee Slavic warriors there. We've got some Slavic champions here, some better, more able melee infantry. These are tier 2 medium melee infantry, and some Slavic champions in the rear as well. And then to the right, or to the left of this side, if you're looking at this way, we've got Perun's champions, 2 units of these guys. Again, these are an upgrade, so these are like the elitist of the melee infantry units that the Slavic nations have got. Very heavy melee infantry, tier 3. These guys are pretty deadly indeed. And then over on the, looking this way, the right flank, we've got our spear infantry. We've got some Slavic levy spearmen, some Slavic large shields, so better improved units. Heavy spear infantry these guys are. I think these are, yeah, these are light spear over there, the Slavic levy are. Noble spearmen over here, again heavy infantry, tier 2. Some chosen shields, which are even better, tier 3. Heavy spear. So I'll try to give you a nice variation of units for this one today. Chosen shields again. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't brought any cavalry for this battle myself. The AI have. The thing is, with these 3 factions, they all have the same units in their roster, so there's no changes between the 3 factions. Is that a bit of a shame? Maybe a little bit, because you wanted a little bit of variety, I would feel, between the 3 factions, but there isn't, unfortunately. So you've got the same for all 3, but we'll see them in action as we carry on in this battle. So hopefully, guys, you will enjoy it. And of course, as I say, if you want to buy this for yourself, there's a link down below in the description to the Steam page. Let's play. Let's take the UI off. Let's see what we can do today. So we're going to bring our spear infantry forward first, or big push as well for the melee infantry. Really get those heavy units into the battle to try and take the walls as early as we can. We've used our onagers already to smash down the walls and take out their bastion onager on the front line there, which we've done. And the gatehouse as well has been taken down because that had burning oil on. Of course, we don't want to encounter that. So while we're just moving our troops forward, let's have a look at our comrade, the Venedians, and they're bringing their siege equipment forward now, bringing the ladders to the front line as well as the battering ram. They're very heavily protected battering ram. But look at this. The Slavians have got all their units ready at the walls to receive the approaching enemy. Guys, it's quite a substantial force that these guys have got to defend their homeland with. You wouldn't expect anything less. Look at that. That's the poison arrows in action there. Firing in now. You see these green trails that they can fire into the air with. That will start to degenerate this unit, break them down, cause damage over time, and really they'll start to really, as I say, cause a very big drop in morale to the enemy as the battle goes on. But yeah, oh, look at this, the siege ladder here. I think it's under a lot of bit of pressure here. Look at that. Yes, it's starting to take a little bit of fire damage. It's on fire. It's flaming up now. It's gone. Forget it. Let it go. It's burning to a crisp. As well as this house over here. It is in absolute flames. There's no way that can be rescued. No bucket of water can take that fire down. So yeah, nice approach still by the Venedians here. They're taking these ladders to the wall. They've got two now that have made it to the actual wall. A third one's going to go across. Obviously that one's been burned. They're going to try and get the ram as well. So this is it. The earlier clash is going to kick off now, as they try and pour as many as they can into the actual city itself on this left hand side. Moving back over here, we're still approaching with caution. We're getting there bit by bit. Volleys of the poison arrows going in now to try and drop their morale on this right side of the city, the sort of east gate, and this is the west gate, we'll call it. So look at this pouring in now, the ladders, allowing these Venedians to really get their men into the city as much as they possibly can. Obviously when they try and bash down the gates, that will be a big plus, because they can then pour the main force that they've got through these part of the wall here, through the gates themselves, and really can hopefully put, get a big foothold in the city. But look at this, even though they've got these two ladders to the walls, they have burnt to a crisp as well. So this is actually giving them, or taking away their options of assaulting this city now. It means that they've probably only got one way through, and that's through the gate itself now, one channel. But they've managed to, I think they've managed to bash down the gate. But look at that, the siege ram was being destroyed. It's actually disappeared. It's gone. It's been completely taken out. But I think the ram did enough damage, and it's allowed the gates to be smashed open, and therefore allowed the Venedians to push now through the centre. This ladder's still intact. For how long though? Because it is taking damage from the watchtower over here. Still giving these guys enough time to pour in though. Already though, look at this. The Slavians have taken quite a lot of damage. You can see all the blood and all the bodies that have been taken down around the walls here. But no, look at this. Okay, they may have rammed the gate down, but by God, the burning oil is still intact. The burning oil is pouring down and burning everyone it possibly can through the gates there. But they're still pouring in regardless, as many men as they can to get through that gate as possible. But the burning oil is doing its job. It's doing a lot of damage. Look at the dead. Look at the amount of dead units already. Oh God, they're rolling around in absolute agony. Burning oil on them. Oh God. But it can't stop the onslaught. Looking over here now, we've made a real big push into the gatehouse now, pouring as many units as we can. But thankfully, what we were able to do, okay, we didn't take our siege equipment to the walls, but what we did, we managed to smash a hole in the wall there, smash the gate so we could go in through two channels. It's going to make it easier for us to push in and flank and overpower the enemy as much as we possibly can. So look at this, it's an absolute basically an absolute mosh pit of units here, trying to gain momentum, gain ground as much as they can, or the Slovenians try to hold as much ground as they possibly can. But we haven't committed all our forces yet. We've still got some units on this left-hand side. These are the heavy, yes, the heavy and the medium melee infantry, who are going to try and hold back for the moment. The Warlord's Guard at the rear there. We're taking the unit of Axemen in now, try and support the rear here. These are our lighter axe units, I think. Yeah, well, no, medium axe infantry. Tier 1s, though, so not obviously our best units that we can have. But we're going to bring them in regardless to really add a little bit of weight to this big push now that we're doing in the middle. The Slovenians under a lot of pressure here from both sides of the city. Sorry about the lag here. Obviously a lot of units on the screen at one time, but fear not, because I am getting a new graphics card in a couple of weeks' time, a new GTX 980 Ti, so I can't wait to install that bad boy, and hopefully that will improve my frame rates quite significantly. Of course, that is in preparation for Total War Warhammer when it comes out in April, so yes, I can't wait to get that installed, and hopefully that will improve performance a little bit more for you guys as I do cover more and more of these epic battles for you all. So yes, big push still in that gatehouse. Poison now is still coming in, but look at this. Is this the Slovenians? It is. Look at them. They're regathering their men from the wall here and pushing them across to try and support the defence of the gatehouse here. They are suffering from poison though, and have taken a lot of damage from those poison arrows. You can see by the skulls hovering over their units there, so they're going to degenerate in time, gather more and more damage upon them as the battle goes on. The push here is not as successful so far. I think well, actually no, both sides are having a lot of pressure bestowed upon them, because the Slovakians, sorry, get my words out, of course they're fighting for their homeland, and I've said this to you before, every man who's fighting for their homeland will fight 10 times harder than usual, so they're going to try and hold on for as long as they bloody well can. But look at this, the axe infantry have got through the lines there and are now pouring on to these units of axemen of the Slovenians, but these guys are better quality units. These are tier 3 against my unit of tier 1, so I feel that the Slovenians could have the upper hand with this clash here, but the numbers that we've got should count for something as we carry on pouring more and more units into this battle, through the gatehouse, through the gap in the wall, whichever way we can. We'll take them into this city. Look at these guys. These are the horse cutters, medium infantry, medium axe infantry. Are they going for an attack? No, they look pretty shattered actually. Oh no, look at that. Hear that then? The Venedians generals being slaughtered in battle. Is it down to me now as the Anteans to really make the difference and try and push this battle into our favour? But they've got more lines of infantry at the back here. Their second line of defence essentially. So we've pretty much come through the first part, but there's much more left to do. And yes, the horse cutters have gone in now. They've engaged in combat with my spear infantry. I feel they could get the upper hand here, but of course the numbers that I've got will make the difference in the end possibly, because these guys are pretty much shattered already. They're pulling back at a very slow rate. So I'm going to essentially now split off into two directions, go right and finish off these guys up on that hill there, and then take the main force of mine, and most of my numbers through the centre into the inner part of the city itself. Look at us overwhelming these men in here. They've taken damage already, the Slovenians units here, but we are just completely finishing off the job. Look at this, we have managed to keep many of our units intact, which is now ensuring this part of the battle is getting easier for us hopefully. But look at the amount of white units that are dead. Look at the amount of units that are dead. It's been an absolute bloodbath in fact. These guys are still fighting. Was that my unit there? We'll find out. Let's have a quick look. It was, bless him. Well done, you Slavic champion. No wonder you're a champion. You've just won that little clash there. But chop chop, you've got much work left to do. How are we doing over here? How are the Venedians doing, if there's any left, that is? There's a few skirmishers on the outskirts of the wall here. They're still firing in. But the thing is that the gatehouse is still under the control of the Slavians, so they have got that burning oil effect still being able to pour down onto the AI here, onto the ally of mine. Got absolute slaughter. Look at the amount of units that have been slain here at the west gate. Good lord. It has been a very brutal affair, but look at this. Now the banners raised for the... Is it going towards the Slavians or what? Hang on a second. No! The Venedians have taken it. The Venedians have taken it. Now the last push from the Antians is coming here. And they're really trying to break down the remaining units are defending for the Slavians here. The spear and axe infantry and also the sword infantry here. Surely the numbers will make the difference, because there's already here, look at these 2 units that are in reserve as well. But we're pushing on this hillside. A few more spear infantry are trying to hold us back. But the high ground, if we take the high ground, that would give us surely something to then push down upon the remaining forces that are down in the inner part of the city. Give us the momentum essentially. Back and forth we go, ladies and gentlemen. Not over yet. There's much work left to be done. God, thrusting their spears at each other. Oh, look at this. Unit of Slavians here. Sword infantry have got back into the fight. But then wavered at the sight of the numbers that I've got on this hillside. Also, max infantry getting into the mix with the spear there. I think the balance is starting to turn in our favour. And as the remaining Venedians push in from the west gate over here, surely now the Slavians are going to be flanked and pushed upon from every single angle here, from both flanks. The poison arrows again coming in. Great way to really bring down the enemy's morale. These deadly arrows here. Oh god, there goes a head. If it could get any more gruesome, it just has done. And look at that, there's a guy there. Oh my god. He's taken a spear right through the eyeball. And he's still rolling around as if he's not dead already. Good lord. Oh no, he's clutching his chest as if, your eye mate, that's the problem. That's where the pain's coming from. Okay, we've got the hill and now we're pushing down upon to the enemy. From that side, we're going to have a bit of a, I think, a bit of a clash here in the field if we're not careful. This is the Slavians unit of spear infantry here pulling back. So we're going to push our forces down. Try and really finish the job. They've regrouped here. What are they going to do? Going to fight within the barley and the wheat. Oh, it's not really barley yet. It's obviously just seeds at the moment. But still, they're fighting in the fields by the fence. Now they've given up that fight. They know it's lost. Okay, so is there any forces left here? This unit of spear, I think, and that is it. Let's have a quick look at the... Ah, no. What remains is the general unit by the main city hall over there. That is what is left on the high ground. So still work left to do. Let's just fast forward it for a second as we make our approach up this hillside here. The last throw of the dice for the Slavians. The last charge for the Slavic forces are going to try and take the city of Kriskos today. Looks like it's going to be in new hands tonight, this city. The victors will drink to the dead in memory of the fallen. Come on. Put your backs into it, men. I think we only need a couple of units to go up this way. The others now can rest in the city centre. They've done their job today. Here we go. Come on. Not much left to do now, hopefully. The archers are firing in their deadly arrows, really, again, dropping the numbers of the Warlord's Guard there. They're exhausted, shaken. They realise it's in a bad way. Let's go back into cinematic mode once more for the final moments of this battle. I think he doesn't need any defence. I think he's okay. Because the numbers are too much now for the Slavians. But they'll fight on. They'll fight on. They'll fight to the death. Cannot take that away from them. Oh god, that guy flips over there. Bloody hell. It's nice. I'm glad I was able to showcase the new DLC to you today, guys. And you got to see it in all its glory. But yeah, I'll be covering the Gallimiantians tomorrow with a pitched battle. Probably against the Eastern Roman Empire, I think. Maybe do a scenario like that. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There we have it. That is the siege over and done with. The city of Kriskios is under new hands tonight. So let's end the replay there. Is it Kriskos? Either way, there you go. I've got the losses here. So yeah, my ally, the Venedians, took quite significant losses. 2,516 men in the end. We did have quite a lot still remaining in the end, though, which is pretty good. We had, look, as you can see there, you can read, can't you? 1,767 men left. But yes, the Slavians did take significant losses. 5,304 men. Let's have a look at our best performing units on the day. Who was it? God, look at those Poison Hunters. Only got 1 kill each. And the Slavic Hunters, okay, they only got 1 kill, but they did give a lot to the battle. They dropped the enemy morale. They caused a lot of significant damage over time. So yeah, they are an important unit to have if you are playing as these factions. So yeah, Slavic Noble Spearmen there, 229, 234 for the Slavic Champions. So yeah, great performance from them. Not too much from the Warlord's Guard, but they weren't involved in the battle for too long. Slavic Axemen, 18, so they could have done better. But overall, a solid performance from them. Looking at the Venedians, my allies here, oh dear, not too good at all. It was mostly myself. So if that's the case, who got the most kills? Because you think, well, if you add them up, that surely can't come to nearly 5,000. I don't know if that's not adding up the amount of kills that they actually did in the end, because I'm sure they did more than that, just 1 each. I think that's wrong. But either way, definitely myself performed not too bad there. The Antians, they did, I feel, cause or make the victory happen today. Looking at the Sclavians, their best performing unit was the unit of, God, it was pretty low. Who was it? Unit of Slavic Axe Warriors, I think, 59. Yeah, that was their best performance in this one. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this battle anyway. It was a nice way, as I say, to showcase the mod to you. If you like the look of it, then be sure to check out the Steam page. You can go and purchase it right now for Attila, as well as links, as I said to you before, to the patch notes for the significant updates that has happened today, as well as a bit of a look at the Gallimiantians and what they will add to the game as well, because there's a bit of a patch note or a wiki page about them as well. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please do drop the video a like. As I said, I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with the Gallimiantians. But until then, this is Warrior Spotter for now saying farewell.